Please remain standing for the graduate processional. Please be seated.
Good morning. On behalf of the University of the Penn Graduate School of Education, I'm pleased to welcome you to our 2014 graduation ceremony, the 100th in the history of our school. I want to make a special thank you to Lois McNamara and her staff for putting together this event, making it run so seamlessly as she does every year, and especially for dialing in a perfect day today. Thank you, Lois. Being a part of Penn GSE is an extraordinary intellectual opportunity. In our centennial year, I have no doubt that GSE will continue to develop bold and innovative approaches to understanding and improving education. We have great faculty and great programs that draw great students, the best students of any university I've ever been at, and thank you for being here and completing your degrees. Here at GSE, we move education forward. We generate the ideas that change education, and we prepare you to put those ideas into practice in the real world. We prepare you to lead the way to change, to be the leaders of leaders that education so desperately needs. We strive to be the place with the ideas and the place that produces the future leaders of leaders that education can't do without. Today, you end your journey here and begin another as teachers, counselors, scholars. Today, you take up your new role as the next generation of education leaders. In the schools where you work, the colleges where you teach, and the communities you serve, you will show the world that Penn GSE graduates are second to none. I commend you for your hard work, and I wish you the best in the many endeavors in your future. We are proud of you, and we are proud of what you have accomplished. And we are proud of the commitment and the enthusiasm and the intellectual curiosity that you have brought to Penn GSE. You have made us a better school, and you have made Penn a stronger university. Thank you for that. We know that a journey like yours is not accomplished alone. For all the support you've given, will the families and friends of our graduates please stand and be recognized? To our graduates and their parents and spouses, partners, children, family, and friends, congratulations. I'm delighted to welcome our speaker today, Tony Bryk. He is one of the nation's most respected education researchers. At the same time, he is one of the nation's most influential educational reformers. He is a leader in connecting research and practice to the benefit of the students across the country and around the globe. Since 2008, Tony has served as the president of the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. Previously, Tony held the Spencer Chair in Organizational Studies in the School of Education and the Graduate School of Business at Stanford University. And before that, the Marshall Field IV Professor of Urban Education in the Sociology Department at the University of Chicago. He was the founding director of the Center of Urban School Improvement, which supports reform within Chicago public schools. He also founded the Consortium on Chicago School Research, a federation of research organizations working to advance Chicago school reform and progress. And by the way, an organization that many others seek to emulate. Tony's commitment to urban public schools echoes Penn GSE's engagement with Philadelphia education community. The Because of who he is and what he has accomplished, he is the perfect speaker for our centennial commencement. Tony, you are who we strive to be.
Good morning. Good morning, graduates of the University of Pennsylvania's Graduate School of Education. I'd like to congratulate each of you on the accomplishments that have brought you to this occasion. I would also like to recognize the faculty who are joined here in assembly today to celebrate with you. They have been your teachers and mentors throughout your course of study, and they deserve your thanks. All right. I'm glad somebody's having fun. It is a pleasure to be here to share with you in the joy of this event. The celebration of a commencement ceremony has always struck me as a most interesting ritual. Formally, a commencement occurs at the conclusion of a course of study. But the word actually means beginning, a new beginning. With this event, you commence on a new stage in your professional lives. In this regard, I would like to note that today's celebration is also a commencement of sort for your dean, Andy Porter. It marks for Andy a step in his retirement as dean of the Graduate School of Education, and so Andy too will shortly be moving on to a new stage in his life journey. Congratulations, Andy. I personally owe a great debt to Andy. He gave me my very first research grant over 40 years ago, while he was then at the National Institute of Education. So in a real sense, Andy was there for me at my commencement as an educational researcher. Thank you, Andy, for inviting me to give this address, and a more personal note for believing in what I might be able to contribute to our field. Graduates, my message is short, but it's not simple. As you leave here, you will be launching new professional careers, at least many of you will. I want to challenge you to question what it is you think you know, and for that matter, even some of what you may have learned in the classrooms of this esteemed institution. The ethics of a good professional life calls each of you to live on the boundaries of belief and doubt. I recently read a profile of another Penn alum, the visionary and entrepreneur Elon Musk, who has been called by some our country's disruptor-in-chief. His entire career has been spent developing products that challenge the status quo. Musk transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in 1989. He made his fortune in internet startups and then proceeded to risk it all by investing in Tesla Motors. Before Tesla, the general wisdom was that electric cars had to be small and slow and rather Spartan. The Tesla, in contrast, is a sleek, high-performing electric vehicle. Today, it is the status symbol in Silicon Valley, as well as being an extraordinary, well-engineered green machine. Those who know Elon well attribute his success to constantly asking why, to never be willing to accept the simple answer, because it's always been this way, or this is just the way we do things. Now, you might be thinking that Musk was just a naturally confident sort of guy. But one interesting story about Elon occurred when he was 24 years old. He had just acquired degrees in economics and physics, and with resume in hand, showed up at Netscape for an interview. I wonder how many out here actually remember what Netscape was, but anyway. Think Silicon Valley, mid-1990s. So he showed up for this with his resume in hand for the interview, only to leave empty-handed, retreating because he was too nervous and too shy to approach anyone. Today, that same fellow is talking about colonizing Mars. Here is a man who knows something about living on the boundaries of belief and doubt. So graduates, I want to challenge you as you go forward from here to live on that same boundary. Believe fervently in the importance of the efforts you undertake as educators, but also doubt. Always be open to challenge yourself, to live as your life questions. Do I really understand this? Have I really got it right? How do I know this? And perhaps most significant of all, what might I be missing? Whether one studies the history of scientific breakthroughs or the quality, design, and engineering of things and processes that we now routinely interact with in our daily lives, the truth is that failure is our greatest teacher. When a predicted outcome fails to occur, it should cause us to stop and ponder. Why? It's in these moments that we truly learn. Now, early in my career, I thought I was a slow learner. As I looked around our field, I saw many colleagues whom I might call confident knowers. They had their theories, their methods, their specialized reform ideas, and they just seemed to know how to improve things. After a while, however, I also began to recognize that if you told me a topic and who was writing about it, I could pretty well predict the conclusions without ever reading the text. This led me eventually to come to realize that the world of ideas and the world of action are two very different domains. Having knowledge about something and knowing how to make that knowledge work to advance quality outcomes for students are quite different matters. At the 20,000 feet or so above the fray, which is where much of the world of theory about educational policy and practice resides, the course of improvement may seem very clear. In contrast, rolling up your sleeves and trying to actually make something work over and over in the hands of diverse educators working under different organizational conditions, this can be a very humbling experience. My point is that in doing the work of improving our educational institutions, we truly test what we think we know. And to truly succeed at what we wish to accomplish, we must open ourselves up to question and doubt. Put simply, if you never struggle with surprise, if you never struggle with failure, there's a good chance you're not learning to improve. We join an assembly today inspired by a commitment to constantly improve the quality of how we educate all of our nation's children. This commitment has now taken on the form of a daunting challenge. Our aspirations about what it means to educate well are rapidly expanding. The knowledge universe is exploding. The tasks we ask teachers to take on each day continue to become more complex, and the same is true for the organizations in which all of this work occurs. As a field, we now know more than ever before. We have more ideas and tools than ever before, and in most cases, more resources, too. And yet we typically come up short in making all of this work well every day for every child in every classroom, school, and district. This is not some anomaly. This is a common story about work in complex organizations. We're not alone. This pattern is not peculiar to education. Complex organizations tend to produce highly variable outcomes. This is, for example, now a well-understood lesson in advancing quality in our healthcare institutions. In this regard, education and healthcare are actually a bit alike. When failures occur in complex organizations, as they will do, we tend to look for someone to blame. Those who are masters in quality improvement across many different sectors characterize this as the 6% problem. Maybe in education, it's a 10 or 15% problem. Regardless of the precise number, the point remains the same. Yes, on occasion, our failures to achieve are matters of individual shortcoming. But in the vast majority of instances, they are not. They are systems design problems. They are the unfortunate, inevitable results of how we organize to carry out the work of schooling. Now, it's natural to want to quickly explain away failures, and likewise to celebrate the bright spots, where remarkable achievement occurs seemingly against the odds. We love and cherish our educational heroes as much we should, but obscured from sight in these narratives of individual greatness and occasional weakness are the real sources at work that continue to produce the highly variable outcomes that we continue to see. Responding to this, advancing genuine quality improvement means seeing the system as it actually works. It means getting down into the specific details of making things work better. Over the years, I've had the good fortune to work closely with a number of big city superintendents. I have come to admire them and the extraordinary challenges they take on every day. And I've come to appreciate the dilemmas, the inherent tensions embedded in such leadership. For a long time, it puzzled me. How could they maintain advocacy for whatever particular reform they might be initiating at the moment, when others could clearly see important things being missed? This phenomena, too, is not some individual character deficit or personal failing, but rather intrinsic in our human nature. When the work is hard, when the work is uncertain, when you need to constantly encourage others about the importance of sustaining effort, you must believe in every ounce of your being in the rightfulness of what you're trying to do. But it is precisely in these situations where it's just hard to see what is and is not actually happening, sometimes right in front of us. This is why living a professional ethic is so important. To constantly question yourself, what do I believe? What do I think I know from my past professional experiences? And how do I really know that my actions based on this knowledge is actually creating improvement? Embedded here is the challenge of living a good professional life. You have to maintain a belief in the importance of what you're trying to accomplish while also embracing a state of wonder and doubt. Do I truly have it right? What am I not seeing? We care deeply about education, formation, and well-being of all of our nation's children. There is no greater human calling in these times. And yet we must also constantly doubt ourselves. For the failure to see is a failure to learn. And without learning, there can be no improvement. So this is the challenge I leave with you today, to live on the boundary of belief and doubt. This is a professional life well lived, This is your calling. I exhort each of you to go live that life well. Again, my congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony, for those wise and inspirational words. Now, in this program, we turn to the presentation of awards that recognize students, staff, and faculty who have been particularly notable in their achievements this year. The selection of recipients for these awards is serious and difficult because we choose from a pool of excellent candidates, many of whom are deserving of special honor for their significant accomplishments. While we're proud of all of our students and faculty and staff, we acknowledge these recipients individually today. Ann Paul, the nominator of this year's recipient, will now present the Excellence in Teaching Award. Ann?
Linda Leibowitz is the Associate Director of the Executive Program in School and Mental Health Counseling. The numerous, and I do mean numerous, students and staff who nominated her for the Excellence in Teaching Award have described her as the instructor whose everything is geared towards supporting her program. She's been called the engine that keeps the whole thing running. She's been called a teacher whose presence has caused the program to be drastically, positively different. A student has written, Linda is always present in conversations with students, accessible via emails, texts, and phone to answer any and all questions, even if she has to repeat the answer more than once. Others have noted her particular enthusiasm to ensure that students have the right internship for their interests. When conflicts arose, students knew that they could turn to Linda. If you haven't been convinced of Linda's passion for teaching, listen to this. One of her several nominators noted that the timestamps of her emails reveals a 24/7 work schedule. It is clear that without Linda, students of the School and Mental Health Counseling program would be missing a great teacher and leader. Thank you, Linda, for your commitment to our GSE students. And it is my sincere pleasure to present the Excellence in Teaching Award to Linda Leibowitz. Now introduce Professor Maribeth Gassman, who will present the William E. Arnold Awards for Outstanding Contributions by our students.
Thank you. That was nice, beautiful people. All right. Well, one of the things that you have to do as a faculty member is you have to be on committees and you have to chair committees. And somehow I have lucked out and been able to chair the awards committee for quite a few years now, and I have no idea how that's happened, but I really like it because you get to give out really good news. So today I'm going to present two awards. They're the William E. Arnold Award for Outstanding Contributions by a doctoral student and also by a master's student. It's not easy to juggle doctoral level work and still be an active member on campus. It's also not easy to do it the way that Kathy Rowe does. Kathy Rowe, a fourth-year doctoral student in the doctoral program in educational leadership, is known as the bridge that connects on-site and off-site students and alumni of GSE. Despite having completed coursework, Kathy continues to be a significant part of campus life. Her peers have mentioned her as a member who has transformed their GSE experience. She has accomplished mountains of feats, but one particular impact that her peers have mentioned comes from her ability to bring together a community of GSE students and GSE alumni. Without Kathy, they question, would these connections have been so strongly made? Kathy has also served as an unofficial mentor for younger doctoral candidates and Teach for America core members. She has been known to offer her help without asking for anything in return. Her fellow students say it is because of her that they have been able to go beyond what they thought they could do. As Kathy continues to pursue her doctoral degree, we at GSE are certain that she will continue to be the foundation for a community of learners committed to educational reform. Please join me in congratulating Kathy Rowe for her outstanding accomplishments as a doctoral student. I'm going to congratulate Lois. Oh, is she right there? Oh, no, I'm not. Here comes Kathy. All right, so now we're going to do the William E. Arnold Award for Outstanding Contributions by a Master's Student. The Master's Program, you already know who it is? Okay. The Master's Program in Counseling and Mental Health Services here at GSE is an intensive, demanding program that challenges students to their absolute fullest. Students have to not only take rigorous courses, but also serve in internship positions that demand great time and physical and mental energy. Each year, our students exceed their expectations, but this year, Erin O'Brien has taken our understanding of our students' potential to a new level. As a student in the Counseling and Mental Health Services program, Erin O'Brien has brought an invaluable mentorship program to her division. Through Erin's leadership, 25 second-year students volunteered to be the mentor of the first-year students. The first-year students get help with suggestions on both study and their lives. They become able to cope with their schoolwork and their transition to the new setting with this mentor-mentee relationship. Erin's many nominees have noted her generosity not only on campus, but also off campus. Erin has been known to open her home for Thanksgiving dinners and birthday parties, and her colleagues have noted her attention to include, encourage, and support our international students in the GSE community. It isn't easy to be like Erin, highly respected among her peers and professors, highly valued for contributions that will, we hope, last forever at GSE. Thank you, Erin, for the ways that you have inspired us to make positive change in our community. It's now my pleasure to present the Arnold Award for outstanding accomplishments to Erin O'Brien. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our award winners. Now for the doctoral hooding and conferral of the doctoral degrees.
Hi. Yeah. If you are sitting here as a student, you must know LaToya Floyd, our GSE Associate Director of Admissions. What would we do without LaToya? How would GSE process the hundreds of applications that come in each year? Who would be the one giving students the answers they need to know that GSE is the right place for them? LaToya can be considered the reason that our applicants are able to enroll in GSE. LaToya holds a critical role, serving as the liaison between GSE and its applicants. She is our representative on the front line who ensures that prospective applicants have a positive perspective of GSE. With her sincerity and commitment to answer all their questions to the fullest, it has become impossible for GSE to not impress. This year, LaToya led processing efforts with her team of admissions colleagues to meet strenuous deadlines. She worked during a tremendously difficult period. In the fall, we had no admissions director for a great amount of time, but LaToya stepped up to leadership and guided her colleagues through the mounds of tasks before them. I know that LaToya has had to stay overtime on many days. I also know that pizza with the team at 6 or 7 p.m. in the office was not uncommon. Thanks to LaToya, the admissions team is able to attract many bright minds to GSE. Her work is one of the most important steps that we rely on to ensure that our GSE student body is composed of the best students possible. LaToya, thank you for helping us be who we are. It is now my pleasure to present the Outstanding Service to Students Award to LaToya Floyd.
Now it's time for the hooding of the doctoral students. Apologize for that.
Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Armacost please approach the stage? Dawn Marie DeFugil. Catherine Shelley Reggio. Christian Vopel. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Ben Parath please approach the stage? Thomas Eugene Hill. Talar Kalustian. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Chen please approach the stage? Fan Yang. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Einan please approach the stage? Michael Driscoll. Yvette DeLorraine Wilson. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Gadsden please approach the stage? Joanne Marie Duffy. Sharon Hoffman. Katrina Bartow Jacobs. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Garland please approach the stage? Dikran Kasabian. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Gassman please approach the stage? Lisa Ann Cauda. Jamie Natalie Fisher. Monica Moody Moore. Kathleen G. Black. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Kathleen is being hooded by Professor Eva Gold. My apologies. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Goodman please approach the stage? Katrina Corrine Morrison. Christopher Steinmeier. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Hall please approach the stage? Rachel Troop. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Hannum please approach the stage? Hua Yu Sebastian Cheng. Priyadarshani Joshi. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Harper please approach the stage? Keon McGuire. Chike Jamal Brett McLeod. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Hartley please approach the stage? Christine Marie Blaney. Elizabeth Boulette. Kevin Casey Doff. Autumn Adkins Graves. Kelly Thumb Moore. Marlena Elizabeth Reese. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Hornberger please approach the stage? Kyo-Chi Young. Geneviève Lung. Hua Win. Ming Xuan Wu. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Ingersoll please approach the stage? Jessica K. Beaver. David Purda. Claire Robertson Kraft. Eric David Hochberg. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Johannick please approach the stage? Kristen Elizabeth Ross. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Kafai please approach the stage? Mark Mancinelli. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Maynard please approach the stage? Namrita Tonagna. Michael Armijo. Will the doctoral student, oh, sorry. Premature. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor McKee please approach the stage? Giuseppe Oricchio. Robert Philip Martin DeMar. Kai H. Bynum. David Bennett Kurtz. Deborah Olusa. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Moore please approach the stage? Patricia Louise Cotter. Shana Pongarirngun. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Knuckala please approach the stage? Jeremy Hugh Cutler. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Perna please approach the stage? Kevin Robert Bell. Margaret Haydinger. Jamie Allen Worrison. April Lynn Yee. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor and Dean Andrew Porter please approach the stage? Ray Young. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Ravitch please approach the stage? Melinda Lee Bin. Suzanne Deirdre Simmons. Cecilia Maria Cardesa. Bouvier B. Williams. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Remillard please approach the stage? Karen Denise Cooper. Nina DePena Ho. Tanya Teresa Maloney. Michael Manganello. Jacqueline G. Van Schoenveld. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Regan, please approach the stage. Sean Milheim. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Rust please approach the stage? Peter Jordan Horn. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Sapovitz please approach the stage? Regis Pierre Chase. Eric Leonard Green. Abigail Gray. Patricia Stroy Willis. Will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Waff please approach the stage? Patricia Ann Cruz. Patricia J. Crane de la Garce. Catherine Eileen McCallum. Celia Cruz. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Wagner please approach the stage? Gina Arnoon. Will the doctoral student being hooded by Professor Susan Yoon please approach the stage? Roseanne Rostock. Joyce Soshan Wang. And lastly, but not leastly, will the doctoral students being hooded by Professor Zemsky please approach the stage? Jarl Breivik. Judith Rose Hallinan. Randall Hanna. Stephen John Lightcap. Rebecca J. Mangini.
Will the doctoral graduates now rise, turn and face our guests? Please don your caps, move the tassel from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our doctoral graduates of 2014. Please be seated. We will now confer the master's degrees. I speak for the entire GSE community in telling you how proud we are of your accomplishments and how honored we are to have helped you on your way toward a full and satisfying career in one of many diverse and challenging areas in education. It is with great pleasure that I confer your degree today in recognition of your successful completion of graduate studies in education.
Will the students receiving the Master of Science degree please approach the stage? Holly Ann Martin. Allison Stacy Rudolph. Tanbo Guo. Yi Hui Ye. Raying Liu. Lisa Feely. Rachel Erin Factor. Lee Lee. Kimberly Elizabeth Dustman. Darren Lai. Will the students receiving the Master of Philosophy degree please approach the stage? Erin Michelle O'Brien. Ji Young Lim. Adriano Vetrano. Amy Erica Gross. Samantha Emma Lubitch. Shamim Balakrishnan. Laura Elizabeth DeSantis. Catherine J. Koplitz. Corinne Bellamia. Suzanne L. Sheriff. Coley Woodward. Wenting Hu. Sao Ting Bi. Young Gloria Wong. Sin Fun. Shihan Chen. Avital Sousa. Erica Dievkis. Michael Spiru. James Edward Howell. Jeffrey R. Hofer. Feng Guo. Jiaqi Ge. Carrie Ann Doriano. Cherry Lee Du. Rachel Gabrielle Packer. Veronica Monahan. Jillian Tuso. Amelia McGinnis. Jillian Lee Carrasca. Demetria Wright. Will the students receiving the Master of Science degree in Education please approach the stage? Thomas Reen. Catherine Ellen Goodfriend. Amanda Ann Egan. Mallory Catherine McNeil. Cara Marie Lenore. Marianne Clara Miller. Carla Andrea Nally. Sarah Allen Brownstein. Maya Almquist. Christine Palma Ong. Kaylin Jean Higgins. Timothy Benjamin Braveheart. Yana Gorbaczynski. Misty Caldwell. Keosha Lewis. Andrew Brian Torres. Kelly Allison Joy. Allison Marie Hudak. Kathleen Mary DeCosti. Jessica Ross Pedlow. Irene Kim. Catherine Elizabeth Messler. Casey Kelsey. Christopher Trent Dooley. Maxwell Adam Gordon. Melissa Bellardi. Alan Fauntleroy Garner. Miriam Lee Singer. Amanda Christine Zronchev. Lena Ann Furstein. Rebecca L. Nyquist. Melanie Francis Dexter. Kevin Moy. Haley Joan Very. Iris Aliage. Marissa Blair Campbell. Chung Lu. Lin Zon. Shanshan Lee. Isi Soon. Chen Yi Zhang. Roy Ying Han. Xian Xian Zhang. Zhou Sun. Lin Hong, Dong Sheng Dong, Ming Lei, Audrey Michelle Wilson. That's not Audrey?
I don't think so, but maybe she has a different, maybe she has the same name.
Sarah Brantz. Is that you? Oh. Right, that was Sarah. So maybe that was that person. What's her name? Charisse Michelle Phillips. Jasmine Janai Jenkins. Lloyd Matthew Talley. Mandisa Renita John. Quentin Gerard Stroud. David Charles Turner III. Rhonda Lynn Moyer. Laura Lee Flippin. No. Amy Lee. Joanna Thiang. Shuyang Liu. Catherine Danielle Tomskovic. Hannah Elizabeth Schlosser. Sarah Catherine Payton. Ji Tsu Chen. Sion Lee. Mashla Benavides. Ayoung No Lee. Yi Shen. Sonia Redko. Sula Lee. Tian Shi. Qianyang Chen. Quen Lin. Rongwei Su. Young Li. Xin Yu Zhang. Maria Paz Gadica Riquelme. Lu Wei An. Fiona Lee. Yujun Lo. Thelonious I. Baldwin. Gina Kathleen Prince. Scott Jaffe. Justin Philip Jimenez. Il Sun Jung. Eric Tankel. Marissa Jane Galton. Elizabeth Sharkin. Jared Matthew Epler. Michelle Gillard Houston. Marquita Laverne Mitchell. LaShawna Myers Connell. Catherine Ann Schwartz. Stephanie Jean Torre. Catherine Grace Warner. Cecily White. Cherish Rashay Williams. Quinnet Williams. Ashley Petaway. Jessica Joan Pavelka. Mariah Joy Velli. Colleen Marie Grusella. Ayinde Tate. Lael Benjamin Schwartz. Jeremy Radcliffe Ross. Leslie Denise Spratt. Tanya Michelle Gaines. Sandra Ann Mashok. Anna Dadar. Anise Paulette Johnson. Katsia Paul. Fela Murray. Michael Reinford Charles. Jonathan Katzenbach. Sarah Kydell. Tamika Sonkeo. Dominica Maria Schatzleka. Antonio Markel Willis Berry. Sean Marquis Jenkins. Jennifer C. Park. Rebecca Stefaniak. Jenna Applebaum. Caitlin Maloney. Emily Coffrin Furlong. Molly Gwen Muckovac. Megan Davis McFarland. Katie A. Clark. Megan Whitman. Noemi Fernandez. Joshua Michael Stevens. Nadira Farah Foley. Michael Weber. Erica Hall. Alex J. Vervoot. Nakia Joelle Jefferson. Amanda Marie Colburn. Wesley James Horn. Edna Gonzalez Serrano. Victoria Nicole Soriano. Ernie Chen. Carrie Ann Madden. Melanie Palm. Christy Gow. Christopher LeBlanc. Susan Lynn Sherbo. Christina Riso. Anne Marie Girk. Christina Michelle Iglesias. Susan Ann Chadwick. Samantha Kramer. Carla Elizabeth Silva. Carolina Davila Ortega. Jonathan Libovic. Zachary Armstrong Powers. Megan Westerman Klingelhofer. Summer Beckley. Michelle Ann Ruiz. Rishu Wang. Jesse William Gottschalk. Linda Yu. Jessica Lee. Rebecca Berliner. Avery Upton Finch. Risha Janine Grasso. Laura Kelly. Bianca Marielle Johnson. Christina Lauren Chapman. Brandy Crystal Blocker. Ufa Jean McCrae. Allison Gail Grundy. Henry Jones. Corey Hutkin Willingham. Shay Perkins Kreowitz. Julia Bernstein. Maxwell Gregory Oldenburg Hibbert. Lila Jonas. Jordan Adler. Erica Sobel. Diana Gabriela Osea Saenz Delam. Daniel John O'Connor. Kalisha de Sorces. Jasmine Nicole Knowles. Elizabeth Sabrel Gallant. Aaliyah Adele Bukawa. Christina Cho. Melanie Lee Burgos. Fabiola Chineas. Melissa Ariana Whitaker. Kelly Megan Muha. Monarith Sieve. Sean Merrill. Erica Salvador Garcia. Catherine Aquino. Janelle Soroka. Shandi Marie Queen. Lexis Gordon. Hannah Miriam Haas. Nathan Allen Bronstein. Miranda Nicole Schaefer. Jennifer Zanoni. Diana Troy Ross. Megan Emily Pauley. Jessica Ann Buford. Anna De La Motte. Kenneth Joseph Kalemo. Roger Chu. Luis Edward Di Paola. Bailey Suzanne Gregory. Lindsay Grafe. Kimberly Jung Ha. Catherine Elizabeth McDonald. Kelly Lavelle Sewell. Michael Ernest Non. Payal Janak Patel. Dorothy Shu. Kelly Jean Fennessy. Victor David Haas. Mackenzie Rose Remster. Renee Curlis. Caitlin Regan. Jeanette Weinberg. Aaron Jeremy Delar. Brianne Kelly Cullen. Margaret Mary Southam. Karen Allison Guarino. Claire Wang. Nina Ann Mosh. Jeremy Ian Tyler Kress. Amanda Agatha McCullough. Brianne Rose Lucy. Joseph Torres. Tishna Mohidanin. Daniel John Simons. Anna Elizabeth Cates. Catherine Kella. Sarah Chow. Elena Alejandra Dominguez del Chiclo. Zhao Wei Wu. Mohammed Osama Youssef. Noel H. Lee. Annalie Claire Locke. Marcus Tremaine Wright. Stasia Montero. Gurseen Singh Ola. Chunyang Sao. Chen Liang. Xingsu Guo. Semi Zheng. Xiang Liu. Xia Zi Zhu. Li Jun Wang. Xian Chen. Chu Fei Peng. Si Chen. Xin Xie Liu. Dan Ming An. Yao Yan Zhou. Ji Xin Fang. Fiza Suhal. Tova Jesse Meyer. Allison Carol Valinsky. Catherine Victoria Strait. Ethiopia Faith Grant. Ling Chie Wang. Rachel Lim. Jia Hua Liang. Shin Elizabeth Kim. Kirk Henderson Bonner. Su Tsing Shan. Shenling Chang. Yahong Chang. Tian An Lin. Shorwei Li. Nesime Khan. Hyung Shok Seo. Wen Yang. Yu Chuang Yang. Jia Huan Yang. Sin So. Elizabeth Ann Schofer. Megan Morley. Cassandra Ray Quinn. Jana Singer. Agnes Haikyung Chung. Hillary Page Barnett. Yasin Siek. Lu Shu. Junyu Coco Jung. Farah Dara. Andrea Montalvo Gray. Cheyenne Anthony. Corey Stephen Dwyer. Shamira O'Neill. Sunita Prasadyadavali. Brittany L. Hine. Rana Syed Shariadust. Jeffrey Charles Weaver. Teresa Virginia Novrit. Caitlin Marie Wubena. Sarah Johanna Cannon. Johanna, excuse me. Abigail Basis Simons. Naoko Sato. Anna Lilia Londa. Charity Lynn Fessler. Jessica Joy Howard. Julianne Ann McAloon. Celeste Ann Denman. Robert Barnum Reese. Jinxi Zhang. Yunwei Liang. William Flanagan II. Ronghua Zhang. Yifan Xiao. Wenqie Li. Xiaochang Song. Jinxi Wei. Mei Shu Hong. Qian Song. Shu Wen Dai. Bai Li. Dao Fu Wan. Han Ping Lin. Hua Bing Wang. Jenny Huang. Feng Feng. Shan Yin. Luo Yao Wang. Jia Wang. Tong Zhang. Qi Jun Wu. Shuhan Liu. Yu Ji Feng. Xing Liu. Cici Song. Jiaqi Wang. Yi Zheng. Pinche Su. Yushan Wang. Yang Li. Shu Ting Lu. Liang Zhang. Feng Liang. Zhe Liu. Meng Fu. Li Ming Zhong. Sao Ping Liu. Haiyang Zhou. Han Wen Zhang. Xi Wang. Wei Yu. Qian Yi Chu. Yi Ying Chai. Haiyan Park. Samantha Nicole Griggs. Mia Yuri Sasaki. Monica Bennett. Norma Elena Urania Moreno. Mariko Sugimura. Amy Saw. Laura Russell Conrad. Maha Laziri. Carolyn Mia Maurer. Fabiola Andrea Lara. Cassandra Scarpino. Caitlin Knapp. Allison Catherine Bourne. William Washington Lodge II. Ruchira Goswami. Rachel Garnett Jordan. Tong Hong. Yu Chu Xia. Daniel Anthony Chapman. Chi Feng Win. Colleen Eleanor McCullough. Mark Anthony Cutillo. Catherine Dolores Hollenbach. Ashana Bagingham. Andrea Torrero Fernandez. James Robert Sorge. End of the cards. Thank you so much.
We will now confer the master's degrees. I speak for the entire GSE community in telling you how proud we are of your accomplishments and how honored we are to have helped you on your way. Turn the page. We could do it all over again if you wanted. Will the master's graduates now rise, turn, and face our guests? Please move from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the master's graduates of 2014. Please be seated. You and your guests are invited to attend the division receptions listed on the back of your commencement programs. Congratulations to all of our 2013-14 graduates. It is with tremendous pleasure and pride that we wish you the very best of success and happiness in your personal and professional lives. Please rise and remain standing while the students and the faculty leave the field.